Hey, Brokies. Welcome back to Two Brokies. You're listening to Kevin Sullivan
and Jenna CORTIS.
And today, our episode, we are talking about love at first sight.
Aww.
My favorite. Do you believe in love at first sight? Who wrote this episode?
What do you think? What's your guess?
Of course you do. You believe in love at first sight, love at second sight, love at third sight. Love without, like, looking.
I believe in love. I believe in a thing called love.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. I think it can happen. I think today's episode will prove that it can happen.
Okay, I can't wait to hear it. I don't know that I believe in love at first sight.
Do you just think sometimes it randomly works out or something?
I think that it's more of that. Like,
yeah.
Okay, love in the office, love in friendship. Like, I don't think
You're talking about all my favorite things now.
Yeah, because they all have love in the beginning. But I'm just saying, I think we have first sight on so many, not to like Aquarius it, but like we have first sight on 1 million people a year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, some of those might be love, and some of them might be lust, and some of them might be desperation.
I think there's a very clear difference. So I'm guessing then you've never experienced love at first sight.
No, I have.
You?
No, I don't know that it was love at first sight, but my ex, I saw him in a bar, and I saw him in the distance, and I like clocked him a couple times, and I was like, oh, out of all of, like, I was at Rich's in San Diego, shout out. We called it the meat market.
It's called Roaches?
Riches.
Oh, I was like.
Reaches. Reach, follow this up. Riches. You know the song, we found love in a hopeless place. I think of that bar.
And you did find love?
Never going back. Yeah, I was like, oh, that guy. But also he was like looking at me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was like dancing, and then it was like dancing, and so I was like, oh, so I noticed him, and then yeah. So
he was giving you. There was a TikTok that I just saw about sticky eyes, where it's like basically you look at someone and then you make sure they see that you're looking at them.
Don't Google sticky eyes unless you have your safe search on.
No, he was doing sticky eyes to you. Okay, whatever.
He did sticky eyes in the bar and then sticky eyes in bed. No, I'm kidding. Anywhere but the face.
So you guys, he was looking at you.
Yeah, and then I was like dancing with a friend because it was Mardi Gras, and then I turned around and he was like right there, and I was like, well, like dancing. He wasn't like hello. He was like trying to be like
because of the face I just
made. Yeah. Hello up there. He's shorter than me, is what I'm saying.
Oh, love it.
No, he was just like dancing near me, and I was like, oh, okay. That was easy.
Your heart didn't flitter flatter? Like, was there anything? I know you're funny and very cool. Did you have any moment of like, what's this going to be?
No, I was like, let's dance a little bit, and then another tequila. Okay. I was wasted.
I see.
And then it became love at some point, so
it kind of was.
No, I think it was still lust at first sight that turned into love.
It was just attraction, but then when you had to get to know each other, and then you loved each other.
I don't think you just love someone off the bat, except for like maybe when you're an infant and you see your mom for the first time.
That's it? That's all you're accepting?
Yep.
Okay. And even then, I think you're kind of like, why?
Yeah, I'm like, this is your fault.
Yeah, why am I
here? You did this to me.
Are you going to ask me?
No, I figured you'd get to it. I already know the answer. It's
yes!
Teeing you up for it just seems like crazy to even do.
It's
sure.
A spotter.
What is it? Bump, set, spike?
Yeah.
Do you believe in love at first sight? And could it happen to you? And has it happened to you?
Yes, I do. And yes, it did. Thank you so much for asking.
Yeah, how'd that work out?
Terribly. But in the moment, let me explain it to you. I was in Las Vegas, Nevada. Most of my gay stories start there and end there. I was in Las Vegas, Nevada. I was at a club with a friend who was kind of having like a fuck it weekend, you know, and like just flew there. I saw her at some point holding her own shoes. It was a whole thing. But in the course of that evening...
A lot of people hold their own shoes.
In a club.
Oh, in a club. Vegas is... Different. There is no rules in this fucking hellhole.
I look across the way and I saw this woman. And I just knew I loved her. And I knew I had some queerness in my heart. But when I saw her,
You were still a straight person at this point.
I knew everybody was going to know when I saw her. Because I was like, it's on.
Before then, you were hitting on dudes at the bar.
Yeah.
How would you do that first of
How
all?
would I hit on dudes?
Yeah, like pretend I'm just a straight fella at the bar.
It's pretty easy, to be honest. Like, do you know how excited men are to show you their dicks? That's kind of a universal truth. So you just have to kind of be like, I want to see it. And then they're like, thought you never asked.
Wow.
That's my experience with men anyway. Or like
That's
when
not even mine.
when I turn men back on the apps, I'm like, I'm lonely. And they're like every single time. So
That's crazy. I say that on the app. I'm like, I'm lonely. They're like, so sad.
no, but before then, so I went up to her and I was like, okay, well, obviously you're not gay. So I went up to her and I was like, hi. And she was like, hi.
She's like, you all right?
She's like, oh, I saw you. And I was like, yeah, I saw you. Like, I
Because
lost
you were giving sticky eyes. You were giving cement eyes. I wonder if my friends will notice.
Okay, and my friends were like, you have to hook up with her. Like, you have to.
Does anyone have a telescope?
They were like, you have to, and then tell us about it. And I was like, no, what? I'm not gay. And so then we left there. We exchanged numbers, her and I.
What were you dressed like? I need a visual.
Don't make me do this.
I need a
Okay,
vis.
I can tell you
You're
exactly
like
what
a
I was.
skin tight ponytail.
So the year was 2014. Keep that in mind. So I'm wearing a tight, like, bandeau dress, as was custom of that time, club wear, and probably with a blazer over it, just to cement the stylings of the early 2010. It's like a sparkly top, tight ass skirt. I'm in these heels that I'd be dead if I put those on. Full glam, because we used to do full glam to like go sit at dinner with our families back in those days. Just like, why do I have fake eyelashes on when I'm talking to my grandmother? But sure. So I'm in full glam and I'm just like chewing gum, holding a little purse. When I talked to her, I said something crazy like, don't be surprised if you see me like dancing with a lot of people, like something insane. She was
Wait,
like,
you said that to this person you love at first sight?
she worked there, so I could see that she worked there. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, you might be busy, but I might be dancing. And she was like, what? Can I have your number? And I was like, okay. So still don't know. She probably was like, maybe when she chills out, she's cool.
Who works there?
Yeah.
Was this was this the work party? Fun girl?
No, this was the meeting of that relationship.
Yeah.
It wasn't the work party. It was like a different.
No, not the work party.
No, but this
was the start of that relationship.
This was the start of that. And as we saw, it ended so good. So it was like,
scot-free.
Love at first sight was popping off
love
for
at
me.
first sight. Okay.
No, but the next day she texted me and I was like, I'm not going to answer. I'm not gay. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, I think you're gay. And so I responded and I was like, hey, I'm just sitting by the pool with like my friends. And she was like, well, could I come over like later and maybe we could kiss? And I was like, yeah, that sounds great. I'm not busy. I like push my friend who's visiting me out of the house. All clear.
Maybe we could come over and kiss.
I said I was folding laundry and she was like, I could come kiss you. And I'm like, well, that sounds pretty good. But no, I made her wait for a proper date.
Oh.
We went and got brunch a couple days later.
Okay, so she didn't come over and you didn't kiss.
No, not that time. She did.
And you still, this whole time, you were like, this is love at first sight.
100%. I felt gagged. I was like,
but you don't think it had
I literally
anything to
was
do
like,
with being...
Dad, I got something to tell you. Like, I was like, I did not care. I was on Facebook like that. Like, I was just like, all I wanted was to be with her. And I know it sounds like obsession and love bombing. Just, it was love. Maybe.
You were on Facebook like, I'm a fucking lesbian.
I was like, status change. Everybody.
So I've been doing a lot of research. One look at a club. Fucking out.
No, it's like I always knew in my heart, Elizabeth Polarski. I always knew in my heart, but it was like when I saw her, I knew everyone else would know too, because I wasn't keeping that under wraps. I was like, whatever you got, I want.
That's so fun.
Isn't that crazy?
That's... Yeah, that I guess that is, but I'm just trying to wrap my head around it because I was like making out with guys and I was still like, not gay. Not even a little bit. They just remind me of women. Even though he has a beard, you know?
They just remind me of women.
Yeah. I was so like, please, God, you know, the next one, make it a woman.
Oh, no, mine was a little opposite.
You saw a woman, you were like,
I was looking, fuck whatever I've been doing.
God.
My prayers have been answered. I was praying for the opposite. I was like, please give me a reason to tell people.
Oh, God, you gave my prayers to Jenna.
No, and mine was very opposite because then when I accidentally had a boyfriend, and then I was doing a whole pray thing, pray the straight away. Didn't want it. You can keep it. Not for me.
Wow. We're just two gays on opposite ends of the Southwest.
That's what we always figure out in these conversations.
For the literal opposite things.
Yeah.
So love at first sight.
For sure.
Do you recommend it?
Absolutely not. Avoid if possible.
Okay.
Avoid if possible.
Improvement.
Do some serious vetting.
Learning.
I mean, I guess if you want to get it over with fast, dive right in. But
do you also secretly hope that it still happens to you again?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought.
Did you see my face spread?
You said absolute. You like that I set you up.
I know. You knew how I would answer everything before I did it.
You said absolutely not. Do your vetting. Do your research. Hope it happens to you. Well, yes, actually. Every day.
Here's my
Giving
thing.
everyone fucking sticky eyes at the grocery store. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Me giving everyone sticky
Yeah.
eyes. That's so true.
Sticky eyes,
That's how I walk
CORTIS.
around the world, like, just in case. I'm like, is it you? Is it you?
Eyes on the road.
Okay, I have something for you today.
Okay.
We need to do a new segment, and it is related to this concept.
Okay.
Are you ready to look at the camera together?
Oh, a new segment, a recurring segment.
It's recurring.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh, we're gonna do a little.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Little. Okay.
Gay stories.
Stories.
Somehow still fucked it up.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
this
crazy.
is little gay stories. So this is the story that got me thinking about this topic. Wait, do we need to do it again?
No, I just love how crazy that was. One more time.
So what got me thinking about love at first sight was this amazing story that I heard.
A story?
Yeah.
Is it a
Little gay story? It is. It's a little gay story, and
That's the gayest thing we do.
so here's the thing. I'm going to tell this story, and I have to tell you, it's way better to watch Colman Domingo tell this story. So if you don't know, Colman Domingo is an actor known from Euphoria, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Fear of the Walking Dead, lots of big name stuff. But he was on a talk show, and he was talking about how he met his husband.
Oh, I saw that.
Did you see this?
Mhm. Which is kind of interesting because it uses misconnection, which is in connection, kind of maybe some people's love at first sight.
Exactly.
Or who knows because they missed it.
Right. Well. So Colman Domingo, the year is 2005. He is outside of a Walgreens in Berkeley, California. He sees this guy. Okay. Their eyes meet. And he said he's got long hair, a little lip ring. And Coleman's like, okay, he could get it for real. But he was occupied with a friend. And so they start walking away and they turn and look at each other. And he's like, hey, come back. But he keeps walking. So he goes into the Blockbuster across the street. He's like, okay, it's 8:03 on a Sunday. I'm going to come back here to this exact same spot a week from today at 8:03 just to see if he's around. But then, what do you think about that?
What?
Genius, I thought.
Okay. If anything, in that case, why don't you come back in 4 weeks? Or maybe if he's there for a prescription, like he's getting refilled.
But maybe he would have the same thought.
A week? Why a week?
Routine.
Why not a fortnight? Like, what do you mean?
You're such an Aquarius. To me, I'm like, nothing has ever made more sense.
I would have done tomorrow at 8:03. Next day.
Okay. A week made perfect sense to me.
A week makes no sense.
So Colman goes to get a computer.
I gotta go get my Gatorade at Walgreens every 8 o'clock on Monday.
So he goes to get a computer.
No offense. I love the story. Okay.
So he goes to get a computer and he's thinking and he's like, God, I can't stop thinking about that guy. And he's like, oh, I know there's some kind of thing on Craigslist where people like put in their, information or whatever if they saw someone and they want to find them again. So he goes to Craigslist misconnections, and there is a misconnection for him that this man had put 2 hours before he checked the site. And
That's
it describes him, describes his faux hawk, describes the Walgreens.
A faux hawk?
2005.
Okay, I'm just saying. You're lucky. You're lucky you found love. I'm just kidding.
And so they messaged, they met up. It was an amazing date. They spent the night together. He maintains they just cuddled. And he says that while Raul, his husband, fast forward.
Husband.
While he was asleep, he like whispered to him, like, I think I love you and you're going to change my life. Day one, that's my shit. They've been together 19 years.
Jesus Christ. Is misconnection still a thing?
I don't know.
I remember, I think when it first started, I used to look on there to see if anyone saw me.
And did anybody?
Never. Not once.
You're pretty beautiful and pretty tall. Was it me? Hey.
There was like, some where I'm like, oh, am I that like gaunt looking creature with the yellow jacket? I'm like, I don't have a yellow jacket. That wasn't me.
You're trying to make destiny?
Yeah, it was never me.
You want to hear about mine?
Yes.
So, I'm in college, okay? This is pre-Vegas. I'm in college.
Where?
University of Michigan, Ann Arbor.
Go Michigan.
Go Blue. Probably wouldn't get into that.
Is that Go Blue?
Go Blue.
Oh, that's like the big one?
Yep.
Well, there's another Michigan school.
Yeah, Michigan State. Some people will get mad and be like, they're both the big one. So just so that's out there.
What's the other one say? Go yellow?
They say go green, go white.
Oh, yeah.
Pass. No, I'm kidding. So I'm there. I'm doing stand-up a lot. Again, been doing stand-up 18 years. Never really amounted to anything. But anyway, this was in the early days when I was like, okay, I'm obviously going to be the next big thing. So I'm in the basement of something called The League, I believe. It's kind of like a little clubhouse, for like students. It's got Taco Bell in the basement.
I forget you've been doing stand-up for 18 years.
Yeah, I know.
Talk about a misconnection.
Fuck you. So rude.
You are an incredible stand-up.
I'm bigger than all of you.
And I'll be there to lift you up. You're a funny, hilarious stand-up.
Thank you.
Soundbite.
Okay, so I'm doing stand-up a lot. I insist when I do stand-up on wearing this piece of clothing. Have you heard of it?
Damn.
It's a piece of clothing. So I insist on wearing this piece of clothing. It is this like sort of Sherpa material. Is that like a lamb?
Sherpa. Yeah.
It's like fuzzy.
Yeah.
And it has moose all over it.
Okay.
So I'm doing stand-up. I check Craig's.
Like multiple moose. Moosin?
Meese.
Isn't it moosin?
It's mooses.
Mooses?
I think it has to be.
Why aren't moose meese? What is it? It's meese?
It's not meese.
Is it not meese? It's not meese. It's like,
I think it's just mooses, guys.
it's not mooses. It's like
Is it going to be like a gaggle?
the plural of moose is simply moose. So you did have it correct. There was moose all over it.
There's moose all over it, not mooses.
Yeah, but when you said there's moose all over it, I was like chocolate mousse or like,
No, like the animal.
yeah, there's a bunch of different moose on it.
Moose.
Or like one moose that was just like scattered all over it.
One moose that was like... Okay, so I go home, and obviously I'm a woman about town, so I check my Craigslist misconnections, like as you do.
Sticky eyes on the internet.
I open this one, and it says, hey, chick in the basement of the League doing stand-up in the moose bags. And I said, okay, well, I may not be a genius, but I know this is about me. So I click into it, and it's like, hey, you were doing a lot of sad jokes about being single or whatever. Just wanted to see if you were serious about that because I'd love to go on a date with you.
Hey, sad girl in the moose vest.
I was like, it me.
I would have deleted it and burned the thing. I'm like, an all new material.
It me. Okay, so I answered.
Yeah, of course.
Of course. I said, hey, I think this is about me.
Spoiler alert.
I'm so charming. I'm like, hey, like, great. Like, thanks for writing this. I can't wait to meet you, blah, blah, blah. No response.
But you don't even know what this person looked like.
I don't
You
care.
just-
I was in it for the fucking plot. I was like,
You just answered this random ass.
I said it was meant to be.
At least Domingo and Raul knew there was each other. You were just like, yeah, creepy person in the back that was really into my sad jokes
Look,
and my moose vest.
I think I could have a connection with most people, especially if they appreciate the moose vest.
Hey, Kevin, I saw that you went to the restroom at 3:47 and then you were drinking out of that blue cup. Would love to talk to you. I'd be like, no.
I thought it was sweet.
Okay.
So it didn't happen with that person wherever they are.
They never answered?
No. I think they were like, ooh, she's more desperate than I thought.
What if it was just somebody else?
What do you mean?
Like, what if
I didn't write it for myself, if you're suggesting that.
Did anyone in your...
You're suggesting
You're writing one over here and then checking it. Good, and that's why I have two computers. Did anyone else in your life know that you were checking misconnections all the time?
No. I mean, weren't we all?
Like, how often were you looking?
I do
2-3 times a day.
a pass every week or so.
You go to the grocery store and then go home.
Can I just be like cinematic for a moment?
Hey, girl that has the blinking up.
It made sense to me that someone would see me and know that I was the one. That makes sense to me.
I think that and I think that is in your future one day.
Really?
Yeah. I sincerely believe that.
Do you think I'll know what they look like, though?
I fucking hope so.
Yeah.
I'm glad that doesn't exist anymore, so you can't.
I think it still does. That's what I was going to
Jesus.
say for our listeners. Like, should we bring back Craig's?
No. I was saying, what if there was someone in your life that knew you were looking at misconnections and
And
like,
punked me?
let's just throw her a bone. You come in.
I didn't even know you yet. I wouldn't know
was
you
your
for 10
roommate.
years.
A roommate? Who was your roommate? They saw
I
you.
had 10 roommates, so it is
exactly.
possible.
They saw you got home in the moose thing, and they're like, let's just assume she was doing the sad jokes about being single. You were in the league doing sad jokes.
I lived with, I think.
Do you still have this vest?
I do still have it. I keep it. It's my big nostalgia piece.
Do you wear it every time you go home just in case?
Just
Fuck. You're sitting at the league, having a drink.
Well, it's like, I just think like, okay, Colman and Raul, like, where's my Raul? Like, maybe I missed them truly in the league. Or what if that was my person and they like wrote that and then like got hit by a bus or something? Like, that's the only reason my person wouldn't answer
Then
me.
good thing you didn't know them before the bus. Because that grief sucks. It would be sad.
Yeah, that would be really sad.
I'm sure there's a lot of misconnections that we have constantly, but everything in the right time, you know?
Okay, one last question. I know we're getting to the end.
Mhm.
Have you ever seen someone and been like so moved?
Luke Evans.
That's your...
Wait, what were you?
I was going
what
to
the
say, like,
question?
you're so moved to try to contact them and be like, hey, like, I just, like, think you're really cute or cool.
Oh. There's this... Yes. But I used to, like, run into this person a lot when I was drinking a little bit. And then I was like, oh, they're so beautiful. And then I put them on, like, kind of a pedestal. And I was like, oh, they're too good for me. They would never... Whatever. So now I just like kind of like react to their stories sometimes, and they'll
fire.
just a little fire. Sometimes it's just seen. Every once in a while, they're like, they like the reaction.
They don't respond.
No, and they've never
Have you
responded to
checked
mine.
Craigslist misconnections? Because maybe they're just hitting you up old
Hey,
school.
I know that you're liking all my shit and DMing me all the time. You fucking weirdo. Let's bring it back to misconnection.
You know, I love that.
Yeah, they don't. So that's. I guess I keep missing that connection.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
they do. But eventually I'll just get over it and move on.
I thought you were going to say eventually they'll get it and we'll be together.
No.
It's me.
Yeah, eventually they'll get it and I'll get it. And then I'll just take a hint. Or they still have a boyfriend.
Yeah, everyone's together so much.
And I'm not trying to home wreck, but I haven't seen the boyfriend on there for a while. So I'm like, just got it, the boyfriend.
Call me when it breaks up.
I would be murdered.
Well, nobody knows. It's anonymous.
True. Okay, so love at first sight?
Yay.
No.
Oh,
No.
No, sorry, I forgot. Okay, ask me one more time. I'm gonna get it this time.
Love at first sight.
Probably not a good idea. Did I do it?
Yeah, and we believe you. Do you guys believe in love at first sight? Comment down below. And I hope it's all no, because it doesn't exist.
I was gonna say, and whether you do or not, I love you anyway.
We were kind of love at first sight.
Oh, immediately for me.
And I was like, we'll see.
But
But par for the course. And now we love each other. All right. You've been listening to Two Broke Gays. That was fun.
That was fun.
That was funny.
And tears in my fucking eyes yet again.